What we're going to talk about today is your life story. We're going to analyze your life story, we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to learn how to take charge of your life story. So I'm going to write that up to start today's lesson because that's the title of it. Life story. Now I read an article recently about having a satisfied life. And they did this international survey to discover how people feel about having a satisfied life. What makes a satisfied life? So I'd like you to turn to the first page of your workbook today. And to begin, I want you to write a couple of things down that you think when you get near your deathbed, you could look back and say, that was a satisfied life. What would be the key components to a satisfying life? All right, I'd like to get your input. What do you think is key to having a satisfying life?
Great career.
A great career? We'll just write these up and share them out loud. Anyone else?
Health.
Health? Having good health?
Having a family.
A family? I agree with all these.
Being well-traveled.
Getting to see the world a little bit, travel around a bit. Sure.
Said knowing that you tried your hardest in whatever you did.
Tried your hardest. Succeed or not, you gave it your best shot, right? Any others? Yeah.
Wealth wouldn't be bad.
Wealth, yeah. Let's put that on there. Because that kind of opens up opportunities to do maybe some of the other things on the list, right? So having enough money to be okay, to be well off. Any others you want to add to the list? Okay, so what we've done is we've painted, just briefly here, a picture of what a good life story would look like. You know, by the time we were done, the life story would include these components, or most of them at least. I'm going to share with you now what the international survey produced as 6 or so top characteristics or components of a satisfying life. The first one that they had on their list was social relationships. Having friends, obviously, people that you care about, people that care about you. Second was family, and that's almost the same thing, right? Having people in your life that you love and that you share with and you spend time with. Number 3 was material well-being, which is international. People want to have some wealth so they can be well off. Number 4 was job satisfaction. We had great career on here. That seems very similar. Number 5 was health. We had health right here. And the last one was outside activities. And people wanted to have some kind of relaxation, some leisure time. And internationally, I guess that means outside activities. And so we had 4 or 5 of those lists right here in the brief time that I gave you to think about that. Well, do you have all of these things right now? Most of us don't. We don't have all of these things, but we're hoping to get these things before we move along. Now, I'm going to help you do that today, but I'm not going to do it by saying study harder, which I'm sure you've been told before. You know, it's all about putting nose to the grindstone. I'm going to get a little bit more concrete about this. And one of the words that I've developed that helps explain my perspective is called the framing formula. So what I'm going to teach you today is the framing formula. It's a fairly simple 3-step process that will help you put your life in perspective and take charge of your life story. Now, this corresponds to the 3 most important job titles that I've discovered in professional storytelling. The first of these is the script writer. The script writer is really in charge of the big picture of any story that has to be produced. So we're going to write that up. The framing formula, incidentally, is about taking the wide view of your life story, the medium view, and then the tight view, or the narrow view. Taking these 3 different views allows you to focus in on just what you need to do to stay congruent with the bigger picture.